Got a story here from inverse.com. It's up on archive because the author's a fucking idiot. The original Tomb Raider still embodies the best and worst of gaming. It belongs in a museum. Tomb Raider wasn't the first game with a female protagonist, nor is it the best one. There hasn't been a new main series game since 2018's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and plenty of the franchise's titles are forgettable at best. Still, Tomb Raider is one of the most recognizable video game series around, thanks in large part to its iconic star. The origin of Lara Croft has been enshrined in countless interviews, Tomb Raider's creators over the years, yada yada, it goes on and talks. They basically female Indiana Jones kind of a stuff. From the start, Lara Croft was full of contradictions. 1996 video games were seen as an overwhelmingly male medium, which they were, but continue to be, but whatever, unless you want to start counting like mobile games, like Candy Crush, puzzle games, stuff like that. Anyway, regardless. Both in and who played them and who was portrayed on screen, the simple fact that Tomb Raider's star was a woman was enough to garner attention, and her portrayal as being smart and capable, far from the damsels in distress the female characters were often shown as, made her an icon overnight. At the same time, Croft's design immediately drew backlash for being sexist. Her wildly unrealistic proportions were called out as playing to male fantasies, as was the frankly impractical decision to outfit her in short shorts to go rummage around in ancient tombs. While she may have been designed to be a hero, it's no accident she also became a bombshell icon. She was just meant to be curvy and attractive, the level designer goes on, and the usual bullshit, Even Croft's name epitomizes the contradiction at the heart of Tomb Raider. Originally, she was Lara Cruz, a South American explorer, but management Eidos, which owned Core Design, reportedly demanded the change to appeal to an implicitly white UK audience, IGN reported. Just as it's something of a Rorschach test for how viewers feel about Croft, the series' core message is just as conflicted. You don't have to read too deeply to find something objectionable about a white British woman delving into ancient tombs and stealing artifacts from other cultures. As if it would be okay if it remained a South American woman, these people would still be complaining, but whatever. The first Tomb Raider series sidestepped all that complexity, using tombs and their contents as little more than vessels for puzzles. When there was conflict, it was mostly with animals, including perplexingly dinosaurs and supernatural creatures. It's a fucking video game, you idiot. But whatever. Recent reboots have tried to better grapple with Croft's place in the world, for better or worse, yada yada yada. The usual bullshit. Colonialism. Well, she expresses remorse for her roles in despoiling and even destroying cultures that aren't her own. But ultimately, she's still got to raid those tombs, yada yada yada. The usual bullshit. What's so terrible about that design, by the way? I mean, Tomb Raider, or Lara Croft was once a lightning rod, serving as both a source of empowerment for young women who loved Tomb Raider and an exemplar of the medium that accepted and reinforced sexist tropes. Now her original design evokes little more than snickering and perhaps nostalgia. Let me tell you something. If you see this and you're snickering and stuff, you're a fucking idiot. You're a dope. You're a funless, heartless moron, to be quite honest. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, it continues on. The original Tomb Raider came in time to explore with a ludicrous body shape, could plunder cultural relics with all the gusto of a British museum and hardly raise any eyebrows. It's not hard to tell. Again, I'll say it again, the author's a fucking idiot. It just goes on and on, then it goes on. It finishes by saying it's available on PC, remaster set to release on February 14th, 2024. Which basically, from what they have said, they're not going to change a whole lot. They're basically just going to kind of up-res the graphics, maybe switch around some textures and so on and so forth, make it a better playable game. I'm sure that they'll change some of the control scheme and stuff, because these are games that were made a long time ago. But anyway, it's neither here nor there, I suppose. The actual article itself, like I said, I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself, but you basically got the gist of it. I pretty much read most of it. Like I said, the author's an idiot. The idea that Lara Croft's original design evokes little more than snickering, or perhaps nostalgia right now. The nostalgia, sure, I can agree with that. The snickering, if you're some, feminist piece of garbage who's gonna grow up to be a cat lady, or maybe already is, sure, I could see a snickering. Anyone else is gonna be like, look at her, she's badass, she's cool. You can sit there and say, oh, well, her breasts are too big. Oh Lord. Oh no, save me. But other than that, it's not exactly the most practical outfit, but it's a freaking video game. What's the big deal? Anyway, enough rambling. I gotta end this video. I've already gone about 5 minutes and stuff. Like I said, I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself. Let me know what you think and everything. But thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.